What's up, YouTube? JDub here, bringing you guys a new video today. And before you guys say it, yes, it's another Dark World deck. And I know you guys are like, God damn it, another fucking Dark World deck. Yes, another list for Dark World. I honestly am really liking Dark World. Obviously, as you guys know, Brandon's my favorite deck. I will play Brandon until I can't play Brandon no more. Hence the Branded Dragon playmat. Again, if I remember to, I'll leave the link to the description if I can learn how to fucking talk. But anyway, yeah. So this is a list I've been brewing up today. I was just kind of testing online, test handing it and whatnot. This deck is actually really cool, the things that it does. It's 46 cards, but it honestly doesn't even feel like 46 because you go through it so fast. So I'm going to get into it. Yeah, so starting off, obviously 3 Genta. This stuff is so fucking standard. 3 Snow, 3 Brow, 1 Ceruli. I decided to cut Ceruli down to 1 from 2. I just needed more space for other things, which is kind of funny because I'm talking about space of the 46 card deck. Fuck. I'm still on the double Lucent. I think I've showed this in a list before. I absolutely love the rank 6 access with Lucent, so I'm still playing him. Plus him being able to summon, if you really had to, Ceruli from the deck to your opponent's side of the field is pretty cool. 2 Grapha. I will die on the hill of double Grapha only. You don't need 3. Don't listen to... in my opinion, you don't need 3. And I know people sit out there be, oh, you need 3, you need 3. No, you don't fucking need 3 of these things. These things are so recyclable that it's not even funny. You don't need 3. You just need 2. It's fine. 2's fine. 2's perfect. 3 copies of Rainbow. I feel like Rainbow right now is better than Grapha because Rainbow searches Grapha. And Rainbow also searches Lucent, which is cool. But yeah, so that's why I play 3 Rainbow and 2 Grapha. I feel like that's the correct ratio for that. On to the dangers. I'm playing 1 Jackalope, 1 Tatsunoko. I need a foil Tatsunoko one day. 1 Dogman, 2 Mothman, 2 Thunderbird, 2 Bigfoot, and 3 Nessie. So this is it for the dangers that I'm playing. It's a fairly big package for dangers, but when I do play dangers, I like going and playing a lot of dangers. And I'm sure people have heard this, but if you draw multiple dangers, I'm sure people figured this out. So let's just say my hand is like this and this. Say I have these 2 in my hand, and other cards, obviously. I found if you activate the one with the worst discard effect, it's actually better than discarding, say, like going for Nessie. Because if you were to hit Nessie off of Bigfoot, instead of hitting Nessie off Nessie, you still get the Bigfoot summon in the draw, but then you also get the search off of Nessie. So I'm sure people already know that. Use the danger with the worst discard effect first if you have multiple dangers in hand. I'm sure that's a well-known fact already, and I'm just slow and I finally figured it out. But that's what I figured out recently with dangers to make them better when playing is, like I said, always use the one with the worst discard effect first. So that's it for the danger package. I always say I have a love-hate relationship with dangers because I love them, but I hate them. They're good, but they're bad. I enjoy them, but I hate them. That's all I really have to say about dangers. Moving on, I'm playing 1 Merly and 1 Shiren. 2 tier cards. Now, you guys are probably really confused. These are basically just to help you with your fusion plays. This plus other stuff make really cool fusions, and you might see you'll see when I get to the extra deck what I'm talking about. I am also playing Albaz and Albion because I'm playing High Spirits. This is one of my favorite cards that I own. This is actually a French Albaz signed by a viewer in France. So if you're the viewer in France and you're watching this is the card you sent me, and I love it. It's awesome. The fact that this came straight from France from a viewer is just fucking awesome. And then Albion, this is because I'm playing I'm sure, spoiler alert, Branded High Spirits is really good in this deck. Then last but not least, just one Salamander. I don't really have to explain Salamander, why he's good. 3 gates. Obviously, play 3 gates. I had a little bit where I was playing 2 when I first started playing the deck, and then I realized how stupid that was. I sometimes go through 3 gates in one single turn. This card is amazing. 1 archive, 1 accession. I don't feel like in this list with the cards that I'm playing you need more than 1, because I have the Merly and the Shiren to make the Fusion Grapha. You don't really need more than 1 accession. And then 1 card destruction, because this card is just an I win. I was actually playing this deck online. Again, I ended up going against a Runic player, and he had a handful of spells, and I just card destructioned him. Like, yeah, he activated all of his fucking spells, and he milled me a lot. Like, I think I was down to like 20 to 30 cards left in deck, but I still just had all gas, and I just kept going. He ended up scooping up that game, so it was kind of funny, because he had nothing left in hand then. So... and then, like I said, I am playing 3 Branded and High Spirits because this card is amazing in this deck. Just the fact that it's not cost and it's a quick play, so you can use it whenever. Plus, being able to search Albaz is really cool. Actually, a really cool little combo with this. Actually, I'll show it when I get to the extra deck. And then last but not least is just 3 trade-in, because there's so many level 8s, just being able to discard and then just draw 2 cards. I like this over Allure, because even though it doesn't trigger your Dark World, so like it obviously doesn't trigger Grapha, it doesn't trigger Rainbow, but it does trigger your Dangers, which is actually really cool. If you guys didn't know, this does trigger Dangers. But the cool thing is being able to just... the reason I like this over Allure is the fact that it does put it in grave. So... not only does it trigger the Dangers, I do get to just put Grapha or Rainbow in the grave to be able to bounce something to summon it back. So that's why I like this over Lure, because it does put it in the grave and not banished. Extra deck. 1 Bujinki Ashimara. I still love this card. I'll always play this card. Dark, because you're playing a lot of darks. Phoenix and Griffin. These might come out. I've had games where I've made Griffin, and then I made Griffin to bounce something, and then I made Dark to then make other stuff. So it's come up where I've had to make this in certain situations, but that's like towards the end of the game anyway. But I'm just trying these out for right now. This card I will never take out, especially in this build. This card's really fucking cool. I absolutely love this card, and I'm so fucking glad that I have it. And then, oh yeah, so it's World Sea Dragons, Atlantis. And then last but not least for the links, it's Skuldred. I wish I had multiple Skuldred, because I would probably play more than 1. Sorry for the fucking horrible glare. These sleeves don't help. Skuldred is really cool. There's a lot of times where I wish I had a second, because you could make 2, but at the same time, it's like if you're over committing into a second, there's a lot of other things you could be committing into. So I don't know if I would. I want to try 2, but at the same time, I don't know if I should play 2, because like I said, if you're committing that much into a second, sorry, you should just draw more. There's other lines of play you can make to make a bigger end board for your OCK push, because this is a going second deck, obviously. Only 2 XYZs being Beatrice and Dracosac. You obviously, one thing that helps you make them is Ashimara, but one cool thing is to make the Dracosac and then use the tokens to make this, and then you can get the level 6s and you can make this, and then you could send the Merly or the Havness and make something else. So it's really cool the plays you could do with that. These sleeves are just like fucking disorienting me behind the camera. Holy shit. I may have to change these sleeves. So for the fusions, it's 1 Mirror Jade, 1 Albion, 1 Lubellion, 1 Brigrand, and 1 Quertus. These are kind of like your branded stuff. This is just simply, you never make this. Obviously, you can't ever make this. You just use this with High Spirits and the Fiends. This is cool because actually, so one cool play is you can High Spirits and him. So you high spirits, reveal the Bigfoot, send the Brigand, because they're both beasts, to search Albaz. Search your Albaz. And because of the fact that he was discarded, he popped something. So then you could summon Albaz and then discard something else. So if you have another danger in your hand, you could discard that and get its effect. To then fuse away with something of theirs to say, like, we can Mirror Jade or an Albion or a Lubellion. So that's pretty cool. That's a cool little interaction that I found that I thought I'd show you guys. Which is basically 2 removals for the price of 1. If you guys heard that burp, I am sorry. Excuse me. 2 removals, two card removal combo technically. So that's cool. This deck does a lot of really cool things, and it's also awesome being able to just like make Mirror Jade and then also make like other stuff besides fusions at the same time. Where in Branded you can't do that most of the time. So that's it for those. Where's there? And then last but not least is double Grapha. I still am playing 2 Grapha, even though I'm only playing 1 a session, because again, you have the Merle and the Shiren to be able to do it. And like I said, like I showed, the one combo is if you can make Dracossack. So you end up with 2 level 7s, you can make the Dracossack, get the tokens into this, and it depends on where you put it, depending on where your stuff is. So let's say you have to put it here, and then you use the tokens to make this, use this to send, say, Merle or something, and say you've already Graph in the grave, you could summon this. Or you can, if you have Albaz, you can make this. And then say if you have Albion in the grave too, you can then use those 2 to make this. So that's pretty cool, but most of the times you want to go for this. Which this, I mean, off of basically just 2 monsters to make all this entire board. Because obviously you have to have one in your hand to off of this to, yeah, you guys get what you need. But it's really cool, the stuff that this deck can do. I don't know if this would be like a competitive build because of the fact that it has to be blind going second. And obviously we all know, anyone who plays Dark World knows how bad Dweller hurts. And a lot of decks are making turn 1 Dwellers very consistently. But if something ever happened to Dweller, or if you're in a matchup where Dweller isn't made, it could do good. But it's just something cool. I really love this deck. I love Dark World. If anything were to happen to Branded where I couldn't play it, say Branded Fusion got banned or got hit to 1, which obviously I never see happening because it's not that oppressive of a deck. But if Branded ever got hit towards unplayable, this would be the deck I'd play. I love this deck so much. But if you guys want to see more Dark World content, just let me know. If you guys want to see, I always say this, if you guys want to see test hands with this deck, let me know. I don't know if people have interest in something like this. I hope this goes over well, like I hope all my videos do. But if you guys like this stuff, I can't talk sometimes. If you guys like this deck, let me know down in the comment section down below. If you think it's trash, let me know. If you want to see more Dark World content, let me know. If you want to see no more Dark World content, let me know. It probably won't happen because I love this deck so much. But just, again, if there's anything you want to tell me, just let me know. And yeah, I'm out.